Greetings, my friends. Happy New Year from So Yarn Knit and Crochet. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check on my first video of 2024. I'm going to show you how to knit a very beautiful and easy pattern. And for this pattern, we are required to have two different colors. And I'm using 6mm knitting needles. To start us off, we are going to do loose casting on, and we are going to do it on both of the knitting needles. So this is how I do my loose casting on. And for this pattern, we are going to cast on stitches that are a multiple of 2, for example, 10, 14, 16, and so on and so forth. Continue casting on the stitches until you arrive the desired number. So I have made 10 stitches, and now we are going to start off on the purling side. We are going to purl 2 together. It's as if we are going to purl 2 of them together, and then instead of taking out the 2 of them at once, we are only going to pull out 1. We are going to repeat this until we get to the end of the row. It's as if you are going to purl 2, but you're only going to take out 1. Continue until you get to the end of the row. Also make sure that your knitting is a bit loose. Don't make your knitting too hard or too tight rather. It's a very easy pattern to follow. Sorry, I have to put that. Continue until you get to the end of the row and you only have 1 stitch left. So when you only have 1 stitch left, purl it alone by itself. Now we are moving on to the other side. We are going to do this exactly the same, but now we are going to do it from the knitting side. It's as if we are purling 2 together. And only take out the first chain. Continue doing this until you are done with the number of chains on your knitting needle. When you get to the end and you only have 1 stitch left, knit it by itself. Now we are going to add color B. And we are going to repeat the same pattern. We are going to repeat row 1 and row 2. Once we have added color B, just taking out the first stitch only. Very easy to follow, and the outlook is beautiful. And we are going to repeat the same for the other side. We are repeating the second repeat row now. This is how it's easier if you insert your needle like this, and then you insert it from this side and swing it to the other side. We are knitting as if to knit, but we'll only take out the first stitch. Remember to make your knitting just a bit loose, because we are knitting 2 stitches at the same time. Make it a bit loose to allow room for flexibility. And then when we get to the end and we only have 1 stitch left, knit it by itself. Remember to tie these 2 together. Make a knot there so that the other color doesn't run off. So moving on forward, pick up color B and start working on the same pattern. Pick up color B and repeat the 2 repeat rows. When you're done with color B, alternate with the pink, and that is it. That is how this pattern is. It's very beautiful and very easy. So this is how this beautiful pattern looks like. Once we have done more rows, this is how it looks like. You might want to bind off once you're done, because you see at the beginning, there's that a bit of edge formed there. So this is how it looks like. Thank you so much for taking the time to check on my work and for subscribing to my channel. I don't take it for granted. Happy knitting!